So we're getting the European Conference League group stage underway in today's episode, and the Premier League's taking a bit of a turn. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020, where we are in the year 2031 and we've got Folkestone Invicta into the group stages of the UEFA Europa Conference League. Group F, to be precise, where we have Fenerbahce from Hungary, we have Dynamo Kiev from the Ukraine, and Maccabi Haifa from Israel. So it should be a very interesting group. We should get through. Dynamo Kiev are probably the favourites to go through top. Then I would probably say us, then Maccabi Haifa, then Fenerbahce TC. Fenerbahce, which I'm probably butchering their names and I apologise, have no players in their team. I'm expecting a demolishment of them because we're also at home expecting a demolishment. Dynamo Kiev do have a few players in their team. In fact, they've got a whole squad, but they're all pretty ageing and not the best. So if we look at their last 5 league games, this guy has been performing the best. Serahil Belusta at 32 years old, a good little player. So Dynamo Kiev will have to be careful of. And the third team is Maccabi Haifa, who have Zoran Lika as their key player and youth prospect, was that? No, just their key player, Zoran Lika, who doesn't actually look too bad. We'll give him a scout, 25-year-old Macedonian. But other than that, they only have one other, and they haven't registered him for the competition. That's how bad they feel this guy is at 35 years old. In a team of nobodies, they haven't registered him to play in the Europa Conference competition. So, yeah. Make of that what you will. But the Premier League, obviously we've had a very tough run. Tottenham 1-1, West Ham we won 2-1, Chelsea we lost 3-0, we drew 1-1 with Liverpool, which was actually a really good result, and then we've just lost 3-0 to Arsenal. So we sit in 14th, but we've had a very tough run, and we've got Man United to come as well. We've got Stoke in our next game after Ferencvarosi, I think that would be Ferencvarosi. We'll make it up. Stoke, who are currently bottom of the league, so hopefully we can get something out of that. But then we go on a slightly easier run. Everton, Derby, Norwich, Brighton, Burnley, Leeds, Bournemouth, Wolves should hopefully see us pick up a lot of points and climb back up the table, because we did start very, very well. If we go and look at the old table tracker, yeah, we did go up to 4th and drop down since playing the bigger teams, picking up a couple of draws and a couple of losses. But we're going into this game today with a very rotated team. Ramos, the first choice goalkeeper, stays in goal. We're going Gashi, Berger and Callum Bacon at the back. I think I've sent Sleepless Master out on loan. I'm pretty sure that's why he's not in the starting 11. Sleepless Master's gone out on loan. But yeah, that's the back three. James Hamilton and Kenny at the left wing back and right wing back position respectively. Bunga, Pereira, Van der Beek, Ida and Gio Moron starts up front. So still a pretty strong central midfield. I don't know whether to break that up a little bit. I've put Bedford on the bench, who's a youngster in our academy, who could do a pretty decent job. He's not that highly rated. And Gillette Hedge comes in as well. I'm expecting us to quite easily beat Ferencvarosi. Bonin's getting a rest, Vincent's getting a complete rest, Revan's getting a complete rest, Fernandez, Medina, Osmani all getting complete rest, not even on the bench. Ross Jacobs on the bench. He got a clean sheet in his first start for the club, in his debut in the game against Luzerne, which was very, very nice for him. A 6.7 and a clean sheet. We absolutely put out a massive rotated team. We still had some good players in there, but we didn't score. But the 3-0 win away from home was absolutely perfect. So we go into the game against Fenerbahce with a mixed team, complete change. Look at, there was one group here. So, yeah, Group A. In the third tier of European competition, you have Monaco, Zenit and Villarreal all in one group. That is a tough group in this competition. That is the group of death. But we're going to be refereed by Clement Turpin. Interesting name. We come in with pretty much identical records into this one, but, you know, we're much better than them. So let's get into it. So we've got Kenny, Bacon and Gashi all lacking a little bit of fitness. Gashi's debut today, so hopefully he can come in. And Gio hoping to get another goal after scoring against Luzerne in the qualifying. They're lining up in a, diamond 4-4-2. So the first thing we're going to do is go and try and exploit the flanks. Assertively, I'm expecting a much better performance. Not that many of these people played in that last performance. where we got absolutely smashed by Arsenal. We'll end the team talk, go into the tunnel. Assistant can do that. Let's go into the tactics very quickly. Overlap, overlap, outside, outside. Bosh. Done. We want to take advantage of these wide places they're going to leave us. And straight away you can see Gio Maron trying to pull out wide. I'm just going to call him Gio. I don't know why I keep having to say his full name. We're just going to call you Gio. Hopefully that's all right, Gio. Kenny down on the line to Gio. Lays it back to Pereira. Pereira to Kenny. 1-0 up. 5 minutes 43 seconds. And Marcelo Kenny, on his return from injury, gets us into a fantastic early lead, which is just what the doctor ordered. It goes down to Gio. Gio lays it back into Pereira. Pereira just into Kenny. Look at all the space he's got. And then fires it in at the near post. Keeper didn't even really move. And there's a highlight straight after the kickoff. So Sandli goes back to Namanquita for the team from Hungary. That's probably an easier thing to say than trying to say Ferencvarosi. James Hamilton comes forward with it. On the right hand side, back into Bunga. Bunga into Pereira. Pereira back to Bunga, up to James Hamilton. James Hamilton, can he put a cross in? He does! Oh, Gio just past the post. But a very, very good start from us, to be honest, against a team we should really be beating. Did we get the earliest goal of the game? No, we didn't. Lechia Gdansk got scored in the 5th, and we're the only two teams to score at the moment. But 4 shots, 2 on target to their 0. It looks like it's going to be a pretty dominating game, or dominating win for us, hopefully. Damagno into Busal. Busal, terrible pass. Kenny heads it away. Pereira picks it up. I think if we do get a commanding lead, we would look to rest Pereira and Bunga in the middle as soon as possible. As Ida shoots, and it's 2-0. Adam Ida gets his first goal of the season, relegated to pretty much a backup player nowadays. But a fantastic goal at the end of a decent move. As Gio is here, it's booted away. Ida reacts first, easily goes round his man, sort of glides past him and fires it in to the bottom corner. I'm going to do something I don't do very often. We're going to shoot on sight, because that keeper looked dreadful. Kenny, back to Pereira. Pereira. And obviously we're playing Pereira and Bunga in central midfield today, both of who like to push on a bit more. So I'm happy for them to do that against a team like Fenerbahce. As that goes in, Hamilton lays it back to Bunga. Go on, have a shot. He does! Oh, I thought it was going to be a long-range effort. But it goes past... Well, it was a long-range effort, but I thought it was going to be a long-range goal. It goes past the post. We are the only team at the moment that has scored more than 1. We've scored 3. That just said 3. But it is 2. I don't know why it showed Kenny's goal twice. Pereira over the bar. You'll see our shot count go up rather a lot now, I think. The only thing I'm worried about with shoot on sight is that it's going to cause quite a lower rating. Oh, Kenny's picked up a tight thigh. That's a little bit irritating. I'm just going to say I'm very pleased to keep it up, because there's no need to either not say anything as recommended. I think we'll take off shoot on sight for the moment. So Kenny's got a tight thigh, 65%. He has scored and is playing well. Van der Beek, 6.5. This is hilarious, by the way. If we look at Van der Beek's, his average rating is 6.63. He's got 2 assists in 4 games for us, which is pretty good. But that form, the press were saying, deserves a recall to the Dutch team, which is, I find, quite hilarious, because it's not very good. Van der Beek not playing well. Let's bring on Gillette. Oh no, I don't really need to. I need to rest these 2. And pretty much Berger. He's at the back just to keep it solid. So we could do later on in the game. I sort of want to leave Kenny on because I don't want to knacker Ludwig out. So I think it'll be Marin for Berger, Bunga for Bedford, Pereira for Gillette Hedge, and then we'll drop Van der Beek back. That is what I'm planning. I would like to get Chris Kerr on as well, but we'll see how the game unfolds. So we'll get into it. We'll ask them to get a bit creative as well. We could go on to attacking, but I don't think there's any need. A win, a comfortable win, is pretty much what we want. In the other game, Dynamo Kiev and Maccabi Haifa are still drawing, so we don't have anything to worry about from them at the moment. As we get a throw in, Kenny with that tight thigh into Pereira. Back to Kenny. Looks to run at his man. He's tackled well. Mag picks it up, goes all the way back to Naminquita into Odie. Odie's caught on the ball by Van der Beek, and that's terrible. Square it. He's been a really disappointing Van der Beek. He really has. As they still staying 4-4-2 diamond, but just move some people around for some reason. Kenny on this left-hand side. Still going. Lays it back to Pereira, back to Kenny. Infield to Bunga with a good pass, that one. Bunga comes forward with it. Lots of space outright for James Hamilton. Finds him. James Hamilton is blocked. Bunga picks it up. And Mag just comes an absolute a two-footed tackle from Mag. And he could be in trouble. Referee's having the slow walk. It's a red card for Anders Mag. That's really not going to help them. Berger into Van der Beek. Van der Beek goes back to Berger. Berger, ball across. Callum Bacon in Acres. Oh, Bacon. Should have scored. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. As we come to the 60-minute mark, we're going to make those changes that I said. So we're going to do Bunga off for Bedford. Gillette Hedge on for Pereira. Swap Pereira and Van der Beek over. Let's see if that gets a better performance out of Van der Beek playing in his preferred deep line playmaker role as he flicks it onto no one. Bunga's there. Gashi back to Ramos. And got one sub left. As I said, I would like to make it Berger, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think I'll bring on Chris Kerr up front as Kenny comes forward with it. Kenny back to Pereira. Pereira just holds the ball. Back to Bacon. Bacon, lots of space in the middle there. Pereira takes a touch. Gives it to Bunga. Into Van der Beek. Up to Hamilton. Hamilton, can he get past his man? Hamilton puts a cross in. Kenny at the back post. He's got another one. Second goal of the season. Second goal of the game. Marcelo Kenny makes it 3-0. And we'll get those subs on and make it, well, job done, really. Job done as we needed it to. Very, very professional in this sort of scenario. We're probably going to take Adam Ider off to bring on Chris Kerr as well. We'll do that with 20 minutes to go. And it's been a very, very easy game, really, as expected at home. They've gone to a defensive 4-1-2-2. Not trying to stay up there with two strikers. As Ider's in, oh, it could have been an assist for Gio, but that will be Adam Ider's last involvement in the game as Chris Kerr is going to come on as a target man on attack. And so let's see if he can match his goal-scoring exploits of the under-23s. But, you know, we're bringing through a few youngsters here as well. The better youngsters, whether Patreons or not, have all gone out on loan. But I think next year we'll be having a big review of, in the summer, part of the analysis I want to do is review all the youngsters we've got, who we want to keep, who we want to get rid of, who can be ready to come up to the first team. Because I would say the likes of Callum, James Hamilton, Gio are all stepping up pretty well. And the people out on loan seem to be doing very well indeed. But it looks like a 3-0 win in a game we've absolutely dominated. James Hamilton into Bedford. Bedford goes long for Kerr, does flick it on, but Namanquita with a pretty easy save. We've restricted him to one shot in the whole game, so that's pretty comfortable if you ask me. But a very good start to our competitive group stage games in Europe. And I will not go with what David Dunn says, and I will tell the guys they've done very well. Just checking if there's going to be another storm. There seem to be storms in all my videos at the moment. Kenny's out for 1 to 2 days. We hammer Ferenc Vadozi as Gashi makes his debut, as did Chris Kerr, which is good. I really do like the look of this guy. I think he's going to be absolutely superb. 12.25 million already. Bought him in for 8.5. Not played in the league yet, but I'm sure he'll get his game soon. That Christmas period, we're going to have a number of people that are rotated in and out of the team. As Ida ended his goal drought, Folkestone got 163k, and Kenny on form, looking like he's a very good little player to have at left wing back. I like the look of it. I really do. Right, next up, Stoke City. I know it's not 100% needed, but I am going to rest all these players that we'd like to then keep around for the next game. I'm going to rest Gashi as well, and Ramos, and I'm going to rest Ida just in case we need them to be available for the Stoke game. Obviously, Pereira, Bunga and Berger are more than likely going to be around. But yeah, we'll be back for the game against Stoke. See you in a bit. Back for the second game then against Stoke. Just to update you on a few things I forgot to update you. We've decided now, I say we, the management team, the staff that we have decided that we're no longer going for anything like defensive in terms of a tactic. It doesn't suit us. It really doesn't suit us. So the 3 tactics we've now got, the classic 3-5-2 wing backs as we've been playing. Then we're going for this sort of 4-4-2 lopsided thing. I'm tempted to put Vincent out here as an inverted winger on support to just help really. And obviously this would be cheer on a winger on attack like that. I need to sort out the things. We haven't used this yet, which is why no one's set up in their correct places. And then we have the 4-2-3-1 that we know and love. You'll see they all start on positive, and we can change them up in game depending on how it goes. But we just need to figure that out. We're going to start with this one. Obviously, it's how we line up in a 3-5-2. Chia is struggling a bit with an injury. He's not going to be back for 4 days. And it's on his ankle and it's ligament damage, so I'm unsure whether to start him or to keep... we could keep Bacon out there, but he doesn't really like... we could put Bacon out there, but he doesn't really like it, or keep James Hamilton as the right wing-back. I'm just worried... I mean, he's 6'5". It would make sense, wouldn't it? You're an absolute beast, to be honest. We'll go for that. And we'll put Chia on the... Oh, we've got Marin on the bench, actually. He can give us some options. So this is how we're going to line up then. Ramos, Medina, Berger, Wilkinson, Hamilton, Ludwig, Bunga, Revan, Vincent, Osmani and Fernandez. So the strikers are completely rested, which is great. Hamilton is a little bit tired. Because I didn't rest him, thinking that Chia would be back in time, because I wasn't paying attention to my squad, which gives you... Because I thought Pickering would be available, but he's suspended. Shows you that you should always pay attention to your squad. There's today's lesson for Football Manager. Revan comes in because I don't want two of both centre midfielders pushing up. So Pereira drops down to the bench because they've both got the trait, gets forward whenever possible. I've actually tried to untrain it from both of them, but neither of them were having it. Morale isn't the best, so we're just going to do a quick little morale boost. So here's another little... thank you everybody as well for the feedback on the transfer window episode. It got some really good feedback, and that's really nice to know that you like that sort of episode. But as you can see, now I'm going through and boosting morale just by praising their conduct. It's a very good way to get everyone feeling a little bit better about themselves. So Fernandez and Osmani have gone from quite good now up to good, which is good. And we're going to do it for all of the people that are starting today's game that may be feeling just a little bit down about themselves because results haven't been perfect recently. I was just going to click on Revan there. Interaction, praise player, praise conduct, passionate, promoting the club, blah de blah. Just pick passionate, pick the top one. You can do this twice in a row in the same month, but if you try and do it 3 times in a row in quick succession, they just get pissed off and then hate you. So Wilkinson's coming back in for this one as well. We haven't played him for a while. He's potentially on the list of available players to sell. He's a decent player with his stats. 6 foot isn't the tallest as a centre back. That isn't the be all and end all. Gets forward whenever possible. Doesn't really suit how we want our centre backs to play. But he's not too bad. Medina is probably looking to come in and replace him. Love the fact he's got shoots from distance. I'm not going to even try and get that trained out of him. So there you go. So everyone's morale is at least now a green up arrow. We've actually got 2 players on the bench that could do with it as well. So I might as well just carry on very quickly. So this is one of the things that I do all the time in the background that you don't see on camera, which is why when I say there's lots of things I do off camera that you don't see about how in depth I get in the game, this is one of them. And you can imagine how long it takes to do it as soon as morale starts to drop in the team. But it's a useful little trick to do. It is a useful little trick to have in hand. There's so many people that do videos out there about tips and tricks for Football Manager that I think is useful, that I'll just start interspersing them into my videos about what I do and how I find things useful. Generally go and check out Zealand from FM Base. He's probably one of the best people to do it. Or Busternet is very good as well. But but you can see the 3 at the back will have a good linkage with each other, which is great. We need Fernandez and Osmani to start learning their linkage up front as well. If we can get a triangle between them. Oh, transfer news. Remind me at the end of the episode. And if I don't do it at the end of the episode, leave me a comment to remind me to do it in the next episode to update you with some transfer news, because there is some developments in terms of transfers. We're gonna passionately say we're at home. Go and give the fans a performance, because this is apparently a sellout crowd. We got our highest ever gate receipts against Werner Verkovozi. And now we welcome Stoke to Radnor Park Road as well. Both teams coming to the sport for to show that we want it more than them. James Hamlin's fit enough. I think so. He might not be in a perfect condition. Ryan Phillips, don't care. Focusing on what my team will do. And as Storm starts, as I said, so far, every video I've done, I think, recently, whether it be FM, FIFA or PES, has always had a storm in it. And it's good to see that the weather hasn't let me down in Singapore. Vincent, ball in. Wilkinson can't get there. Osmani, but it back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Revan on the edge. Back into Medina. Wilkinson. He likes to get forward whenever possible. Lays it into Revan. Revan to Osmani. Someone shoot. He has! Revan puts us 1-0 up inside a minute and 10 seconds. Stoke's woes continue at the bottom of the table. We were just passing it around a little bit too much for my liking, but we did actually make the chance happen, and it ended in a goal as Revan came in. That seemed like an unnecessary one too, but Revan pushed on from that central midfield role and got the goal. And it moves us back up to 12th, so you can see how close it is at the moment. it's not too bad. We need to get latest scores back on into the Premier League as Arsenal have gone 1-0 up and climb up into 6th. But 11 minutes in, and we find ourselves 1-0 up against a pretty average Stoke City team. Ashby Hammond was the other goalkeeper I was looking at to potentially bring in, but at 30 years old, I don't think he really compares to Ramos. I thought we got a really good deal on Ramos, to be fair. But another corner, Vincent over it, fires it in. Medina puts us 2-0 up. The powerful centre-back powers a header in at the far post. A lovely, lovely goal that. 20 minutes in, 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. It's a very similar thing to what I was moaning about in an earlier episode of Pro Evo, as Medina jumps and the keeper's got no chance, Ashby Hammond there, and that puts us 2-0 up in a very good position as Mange over the ball. Back to Emerson. Emerson with the ball across. Hamilton heads it away. Bunga gets a clearance on it. Osmani flicks it onto Fernandez, and you don't want him running through one-on-one. Bruno Fernandez. Oh, Ashby Hammond makes the save, but Fernandez puts it back across. Oh, Osmani, he had to score. How did he miss that? How has he not just nodded that either side of the goalkeeper as Bruno Fernandez picks up a bit of an injury, which is a concern. A twisted knee. He may need to come off as a Daum is on the ball. Goes into Mills. Mills goes out to Lehage. Wilkinson gets there first. No, don't go and press. Don't go and press, Wilkinson. Get back into your shape. Lehage. Oh, no, that's counterintuitive to what I've asked them to do, which is counter and counter press. But I think we're good there. James Hamilton, 6'5", wins the header. That's what we've put him in the team for today against Stoke, who we think are going to play long ball, and that is a huge crack of thunder outside my window. So the storm is brewing, and Folkestone have got to keep their storm up against Stoke. Ludwig, ball in. James Hamilton, oh, over the bar. Growing into a right wing back, mate. You're doing a good job. You might force Pickering out the club. Who knows? There's 30 minutes in, and we are still playing very, very well. Stoke not really had a stiff. Vincent finds a pocket of space, lays it into Fernandez with his twisted knee. With a twisted knee, doesn't matter. 5th goal of the season. What a signing this boy could be. 3-0 up at home to Stoke. What a performance this is. Bunga to Revan, and look, Vincent just picked out this pocket of space and laid it into Fernandez. He went round the man really easily onto that left foot and just stuck it past Ashby Hammond, who's let in a goal every 10 minutes in this game, which he's probably not too proud of. Wilkinson into Ludwig, back to Revan, into Vincent. Vincent out to James Hamilton. James Hamilton looks to sort of try and go past his man. He does go past Justin. Hamilton puts a cross in. Ludwig, oh, he's got right under that and it goes over the bar. James Hamilton having a blinder at right back. It's just a shame your fitness is shot after the game against Ferraricosi. I'm still trying to say their name and we're not even playing them. Wilkinson back out to Vincent, who's stored into a bit of space, cuts it back, but no one's there. And Bunga will mop that one up. Revan back to Bunga, into Osmani, round to Vincent. Vincent shoots Ashby Hammond with an easy save. 37 minutes in, 3-0 up to 12th in the league. It's going well at the moment. Dom in. Monzon with a header. Ramos keeps his concentration and makes a great save. Not really threatened. That's their first shot on target in the whole game. As Down puts the ball in. Monzon over the bar as well. And or again, I should say. Or an effort again from Monzon. He's playing good ratings happening at the top. I think we're going to leave Fernandez on for a little while. We've got Ida on the bench who can come into that advanced forward role. Berger sort of heads it back to the danger zone. Fernandez hooks it away. Osmani comes to chase Emerson and wins the ball off him. Come on, you're a wonder kid. This is what I've bought you for. Osmani, yes! 4-0 before half-time. The wonder kid gets his first goal of the season. Osmani and Fernandez could be such a good strike force. Emerson messing around with the ball on the halfway line. Osmani says thank you very much. Steals in, number 9 for Folkestone. And lovely finish. Lovely, lovely finish. That strike force could be something of pure beauty in this save, and I really hope we get to see them around for a long time. Very pleased with the performance. Keep it up. We'll keep Fernandez on for now, but the fact we're 4-0 up, I'm quite tempted. We'll give him probably another 5 or 10 minutes. And, Adam Ida's good pressure to make Ashby Hammond panic and boot it out. The fact that Ida scored in... James Hamilton. It was going so well, James. It was going so well. This could result in a change of formation, because I don't really have anyone. I mean, I feel like Van der Beek, if we ask him not to push up too much or run at pace, I'm going to risk it. I think. And we're just going to say, just be a wing back on support, angled through balls from out wide, still cross when the opportunity arises. Done. He's got such good passing stats. Let's just go with that. But, oh, James, what is it? Foot injury. It could be a broken foot. Monzon, free kick, doesn't go on target as Wilkinson picks up a yellow card. Now, I don't really want to risk Fernandez picking up a big injury, so we'll bring on Ida for him in that advanced forward role. 2 subs done, 1 to a slight knock, 1 to a full-on injury for Hamilton. I really hope that hasn't ruled you out for a long time, because you have been absolutely great as a backup right wing back there. Stepping in for suspensions and injuries, you've done really well in the last 2 games. They make 2 subs, so we'll just quickly update the assistant instructions on that. But with 10 minutes to go, time is just ticking away, and we've had a very, very good game. Osmani brings it down, lays it back to Van der Beek. Van der Beek goes past Johnson into Bunga. Bunga all the way to Ludwig, over the bar again. Gets into some good spaces at left wing back, but can't finish them off. I could rest Ludwig, although we don't have. Let's bring Gashi on for his first appearance in the Premier League. You know, very highly rated wonder kid centre back. 3 minutes of injury time to go, and the wing-back formation runs true again. Vincent in, headed across goal from Medina again, I think it was, as Justin comes forward. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this game. Johnston on the left. Put under pressure by Bunga, wins the ball up to Osmani. Curran does cover it, goes back to Johnston on the left-hand side for Stoke. Into Pritchard. Pritchard to Mange, out to Down. Down back to Pritchard. Good ball out to Justin. Van der Beek's got some defending to do. No, he doesn't. Bounces out for a throw-in. We'll probably waste enough time now to see this through, and if we can keep a clean sheet, it would be brilliant. And if a 4-0 win in front of a sellout home crowd would be great. Van der Beek, that was terrible. Into Lehard. Lehard shoots, it falls to Aovi. Look at that, 3 men absolutely swamping. Berger goes down the line to Ida. Can he accelerate? Oh, Ida accelerates away. He's 1-on-1. Ida against Ashby Hammond gets his goal. 2-in-2 for Ida. That goal drought is over as the thunder cracks outside again just before the end of the game. 5-0. This is a monumental victory. We are putting a marker down in front of our new expanded stadium full of fans that we mean business this season. 5-0. Adam Ida gets his 2nd of the game, up to 11th position, and we are hopefully taking this on. We've got Man United up next in the league. We've got Crawley Town at home in the Cup, then Man United, then our next league game, Europa League game, Europa Conference League game. But an absolutely outstanding effort, that. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really happy. Crawley Town next up in the Cup, which we're not going to do live on camera, but a 5-0 mauling up to 11th. A win, if results go our way, would take us up to 6th, which is absolutely incredible. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks with pulled ankle ligaments. It's a shame. It is a shame. As a 5-star Folkestone, we don't just triumph, we batter them. Absolutely batter them. 3 to 4 days, that's okay, because he's not going to play the Crawley game anyway. He wasn't in line to play that. Osmani ends his goal drought as well, and Osmani on form with a goal and an assist and 3 key passes. So we're going to say your passing was a joy to behold. Now look at morale, and everybody's gone up to exceptional, superb or perfect, which is exactly what we want to see. 2 injuries, which are a bit of a nightmare, but we do step up into really good performances now. It sort of turns it around, makes it all look a little bit better, getting 2 green dots on the board. But next up, we'll play Crawley Town off camera, and we'll come back straight away for Man United Dynamo Kiev double-header away games back-to-back. So only 1 game off camera, and yeah, we'll be back to face Crawley Town. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Go check out all the other series that are on the channel. They'll be available in the link on the little eye up there in the corner. And they'll pop up during the video as well. If you want to support the channel more, get your name in the game, become one of the first team players that we're bringing through the Youth Academy, just have to donate $1 a month on Patreon. The link is in the description below and in the eye in the top corner. Or if you just want to leave me a comment and say that you're delighted with how this is going and you're really enjoying the save, that would be great. Every comment, every like, everything, every interaction with the video gets it the chance to be interacted and seen by more people. So that's why all YouTubers will generally say please like, subscribe and comment on the video, because every interaction does help the channels that you support out. Go and check out Zealand and Bust the Net as well for their tactical knowledge and information and things they can help you with in terms of videos. But for now, I'm out. Thank you. Cheers is what I normally say. For now, I'm out. Cheers.